This is every parent's worst nightmare. There were so many possibilities for this call to go horribly wrong. Where the second contact was made with the male was probably only about 50 feet away from the entrance to the schoolyard. So the potential for tragedy that day was huge.
I grew up in that neighborhood as a child and actually walked to school along that route. And I know the area and know how many kids are out and about and going to 3 area schools. So the amount of children that could have been put at risk by this person's actions is horrifying.
I believe the accused himself described it as it was like playing a game of Grand Theft Auto, spinning the tires and fleeing and driving over curbs, driving up onto grass, across front lawns.
It would be terrifying. Crashing into cars intentionally, driving at people intentionally.
He went from side to side up the road, hitting whatever he could. And then even when he was in behind there, you couldn't see him, but you could hear him crashing. And then all of a sudden he reappears. It was like a nightmare. Oh my God, he's here again. And the car was just smashed to smithereens. It was from banging into other vehicles and posts. And by the end, the car could barely move.
I knew it wasn't going to be long before he hit someone or something, and he needed to be stopped immediately.
And one of our officers placed a plainclothes vehicle between the crossing guard and the subject vehicle.
He saved my life because the guy in the car, he would look like he was coming right at me.
Clearly, quick decisions had to be made on this call. Our officers put their lives on the line. You can imagine that there would have been a lot more, perhaps a lot more tragedy, a lot more damage if these officers had not acted in the way they did.
They had to protect the people from him. He was very dangerous. He was using the car as a weapon. He could have killed maybe a dozen kids easily.
I would just like to, other than the fact that they shot my nice car, other than that, I'd just like to commend them for putting a very dangerous situation under wraps in a real record amount of time. The gentleman was headed towards the school zone at noon. Nothing could be worse than having your vehicle involved in hitting a child.
You know, on behalf of the service and the community, just a great big thanks to all the officers, the communicators involved.
They took the appropriate action. They arrested the person, they kept the public safe, and at the end of the day, they came home safely.